What's going on, guys? You guys know in this podcast, I've been a huge proponent of getting blood work done, checking all your markers, making sure you stay healthy. Now, sponsored by Marek Health, which is more plates, more dates, Derek's company. And they do a very comprehensive, thorough investigation of your labs. You can pick and choose which markers you want to get checked, or you can pick from some of the panels they already have created. But it is very in-depth, and they will go through line by line and let you know what is wrong and what is not wrong. Now, there's two options to choose from. I'm going to show you their website. If you go to Marek Health /RBP, you can get to this page, which will give you a checkup panel, which is $216, and you get 10% off with our code RBP. And you can check all of these things and make sure you are getting a thorough check that your family doctor probably won't book for you. Or you can go to a lab panel with review, which is one I suggest because it's a more comprehensive panel, but also you get a half an hour booking with one of their practitioners to help you go through those things. Because the thing is, even if you can ask your family doctor for all those markers to be checked, if they do it for you, they're probably not going to know how to read it in terms of what you're doing with bodybuilding, hormones, and all the other things that we're doing in our careers. So I suggest check out marekhealth.com /RBP, get the 10% off, but more importantly, get your health checked, get the markers checked, and know if something's creeping up on you early on so you can fix it, keep training happily for as long as possible. Neil, what's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Your face looking lean.
Yeah, I'm looking a bit.
What's your weight at now?
224 this morning.
Dude, you still have to lose like 9 pounds.
Mate, do you want to know something funny?
Yeah. Tell me. mate, tell me.
Bro. So guess what I was doing last night?
What? Looking at McDonald's? What? He's stretching you out.
and then
look at this. You're trying to get an extra inch out of you or what?
Bro, we did it.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
222 is my new weight limit.
No, it's not going to be. They're not. You think it's
7 pounds, bro?
Is that going to work, you think? You shouldn't be telling me this on air. Is this allowed? Is this like against the rules?
Well, as long as it's what you measure, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're not cheating.
Your legit height at that very moment is your legit height. Nobody can say that's not my height if that's my height.
That's right. That's
well,
right.
Basically, bro. So I'm on the cusp. So the weight category for 215 is 5'10" to 5'11".
Yeah.
So if you're this much over 5'11", you are then in the next category, which is 222 pounds.
That's right.
And I was a centimeter under being over 5'11".
Yeah.
Ben had me on door frame, just ragging my legs. And then I think Dean just wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
But then Dean were pulling my legs and my arms, and then Denise put me against the wall and heighted me in. And after 10 minutes only, I'd gone up to the next category.
7 extra pounds.
Bro, Ben said, go home, eat 50 gram of oats. I was like, yes.
Yo.
James.
Hey, James.
What's good, boys?
Are you wearing a robe?
I'm wearing a robe.
I love that.
Oh, I'm chill for the evening, boys.
Why is the camera so high?
Because of my gaming streaming.
So you gotta look up at me now, the whole podcast?
So I've got you on the screen there. Oh, so it's weird because I don't actually look at that. I look at that.
So you're pulling you're doing what I'm doing. I'm looking at my screen, but my camera's over here.
Because the gaming setup's kind of like that angle's more like, I don't know, you see more like reactions. So like when I'm getting killed in that, it's like, oh, look at him. So yeah, that's like
you boys have got the angles. I feel really 1D.
That robe is it looks very fluffy.
It's not bad. It's got food all over it there because just tucking in some chicken and rice as you do. You boys good?
We were just talking about Neil. Do you know James? Neil James?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we've never really met properly, everybody.
I think it very brief, like
Briefly, I think at Rotherham Multiflex, but I think
Yeah.
you were doing like a seminar.
a couple of years back, I think, when we were up
Yeah.
there with Jamie and that. So, but yeah, there's a lot of respect for each other, and obviously, the British bodybuilding scene. Any of us that are where we're at, one thing we do have for each other is respect because we know what it takes to get there.
Look at
So
Yeah, it's quite a small community for us guys as well, like
exactly.
in the pros. So it's like we all kind of know each other, and even if we haven't hung out, we kind of know the same people and know
Absolutely.
about each other.
And it's like we always want each other to do well.
Yeah, of course. Man.
So if we're talking classic, obviously, then I'm going to be like, yeah, Neil, we want Neil to do well at the Olympia. So it's kind of like that here.
But Blessing, what's going on? How
Well,
are
like the
you?
Americans are like, bless him.
What is going on, fellas?
Well, actually, it's
G.
funny. I was going to say to myself, I was thought to myself, we got an American here, but you're not. You're
Someone's
Irish.
I'm African Irish, bro.
You're African Irish. That's right.
I'm Nigerian Irish.
So you can claim 3 different countries. You can claim African, Irish, or American.
I can't really claim American, not just yet. I'm still chasing the green card, bro. But I'm almost there, though. I'm almost there.
Well, that must be nearly done. Yeah, it must be nearly done.
What happened with? I know it's a really long story, but try and condense it a bit. So you left Redcon. Is Muscle Tech helping you take care of like the immigration and all that, or is that you doing it on your own?
Yeah, to be honest, everyone thinks the whole visa thing is like, dude, I got that lockdown. I've got one of the best immigration lawyer here in Miami, so that's all on me. So
Okay.
Best way, man. Best way.
Yeah, so I got it all locked in, so that's not an issue.
So you're good. They're not going to kick you out of the country.
No, I ain't going nowhere, bro. That's what everyone thinks. Oh, Blessing got to move back to Ireland. Oh, he's homeless. Oh shit, he's down and out.
Well, I mean, we get the news from Nick now. So Nick put out the news, and then we got the news.
Don't listen to Nick, bro. This is Nick, right? Nick is all clickbait, right? I get it. You got to make money. You got to feed his family. Positive shit don't sell. Negative shit sell. Nick will see the truth and he will see the lies. So he will report the lies. And might put a little bit of the truth in there, but that motherfucker always want clicks and shit, especially when it comes to the boogeyman.
What we're watching you, Nick.
Hey, I got to ask you, Blessing, since you're Nigerian, right?
Yes, sir.
Your Nigerian brother.
Samson.
No, not Samson. The other one.
Andrew. The other one. But there's only 3.
There's only 3. There's only 3. There's only
the 3 lions.
James, there's only 3. Do you know another one? Okay, James, fill me in. Do you know the 4th one?
Maybe in another class. There must be Nigerian guys.
Of course, there are other ones. I'm saying, is there another one that you know of?
Do you know what's so weird? It's just because every time we come on, we sound terrible because we like saying another one. Like it's like you're talking about Arabics and said another one. Like
no, but if I think of the UK,
we're not even attaching a person to the. We're just like another one, another bottle of Coke.
It's not being rude. If somebody said, "How many Lebanese bodybuilders are there?"
Yeah,
I can count like 3. It's like me, Samir Banut, and like fucking what's the one guy that competed like 10 years ago? I can't remember.
Who's the best one?
Well, Samir is a Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, but if you did the Olympia, how you looked back then, what do you reckon?
Samir is the best Lebanese bodybuilder ever. You can't take the guy's got. He's got.
I'm just trying to.
You're trying to
see what's what,
You're trying to cause.
No,
you've been too humble now, bro. You've been too humble. Bro.
No, man. The guy's got an Olympia. You can't compare.
Yeah, and Samir did have a back that was like even by today's standards. God,
had a beautiful physique.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was talking about Andrew. Why is Andrew mad at me? Tell me. Have you talked to him?
Is Andrew mad at you?
Yeah, man. He won't.
Why would anybody be mad at you, bro?
I don't know.
You're like the how can I picture you? You're like the like the saint. You know what I mean? The saint to fitness and bodybuilding.
I wish that was true.
Hey, what happened? Where you got that from? Somebody told you that?
I wanted him to come on my show, and then he just didn't want to come on. I think it's because maybe I didn't say, I gotta say something. I've made more enemies because of this podcast, because bodybuilders take things too personally. And sometimes
I'm not surprised.
If you're trying to break down, I mean, look, if you say something about somebody's personality, that's different. But if you're trying to break down a physique, I feel like sometimes guys get mad at me, and I'm like,
I don't understand it, bro, because like this is bodybuilding. This is what we do.
Yeah.
We put ourselves out there to be judged.
Yeah.
So like, especially when it comes to me, dude, I'm ready for anything, you know. And one of the best things, maybe people don't see it, but one of the things I'm super proud of is be able to take in critics, you know, positively.
Yeah.
And you might even see me in some of the comment section. I'm like, literally, I'm roasting myself. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you think I'm going to place 29th? Let's go, baby. I'll place 29th. You know what I mean? That's your opinion. Your opinion ain't going to be my reality. You know what I mean? So it's not personal, bro.
Yeah. Neil, do you take that stuff personally at all?
Nah.
You don't care about any of that shit?
No, the thing is, mate, I think anything that you may have said about Andrew Jacked is stuff that everyone else has said, but just maybe not live on a podcast, right? So, because anything, you know, when you're kind of critiquing his physique, like his hamstrings probably could have been a little bit drier, you know? And, you know, you weren't lying. You weren't saying anything offensive. It was opinion on bodybuilding. You know, like I've had times where people say, oh, he don't look like on stage like he did on Instagram, but like that's just like a perception, but they don't know they don't know what goes into it. They don't know how long your carb up was or what you had to do to make weight, or they don't know if it was like they said 70% best. Yeah. You know, so
I'm always very weary about how I talk about bodybuilders because I know what it feels like because I've been there. So I know what it feels like when someone is disrespectful. So I try not to be disrespectful in my commentary. Just completely objective, but sometimes it still rubs people the wrong way. So anyway, James.
Before we go further, Neil Currey, I think this is the first time
you guys haven't met.
But I've seen his picture, bro. I have to give you flowers for your conditioning, bro, because I know what it takes, you know, to get in that crazy condition like you always do, bro. I've seen your past shows, and I'm like always like in a heart, like what the fuck, you know? So
we didn't get a chance to talk.
Shout out to you, my brother.
We both won the New York Pro, didn't we? This year. But
you were there. You won that show? Wow.
Yeah, you were bodybuilding, but it was so busy. We didn't have a chance to hang out because as soon as I won, I did my interview. You won, and then you were having the banter on stage with Nick. But then by that time, I'd been pulled by Wingers of Strength to do another interview. And then like it all kind of gone.
Yeah. Congrats, bro.
This is the New York episode. This is the New York champion episode.
It's Kings of New York.
And there's me and Phil. I've never won a New York before.
And James, shout out to you, James, bro. Like just looking at you now and listening to you talk, bro, it looks like your energy is really up there. And it's good to see. You know, most guys are kind of miserable right now. And James is just always like in that good, positive mode and always showing people love and support.
Bro, it's either going to be...
I call you my big brother for a reason, bro, because I fucking respect you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. You see, it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. I said this to the shows this year, didn't I? I said to Fouad and the guys on the podcast, the way that I'm playing this, it's either going to work out really well or not. So, you know, come Friday, having this much energy is either going to be favorable or it's not in my look. But I'm happy to see. I want to see. So we'll see. We're balancing out now. We've got two open, two classic.
What's happening, brother?
Oh shit! I'm just here with Fouad, and now I see all of you guys again.
I'm bringing the gang in. It's the Olympia. This is the Olympia podcast.
Hell yeah!
From squad.
Fouad, you didn't warn me, bro. You didn't warn me that you was gonna have the Miracle Bear on the goddamn podcast.
Why'd I have to warn you?
Come on now, you gotta give me some heads up. This guy right here, he's a legend.
I know he is. That's why he's here.
It's a legend. Legend in the making.
We've probably got the two most conditioned bodybuilders in the world right now.
Exactly, bro. You got that right, Urs. The two most conditioned motherfuckers that I know.
That's the easy way to make us feel fat.
Urs, do you know Neil? Neil, do you know Urs? You guys know each other already formally?
We're pals.
Neil, you better don't come here to my place. I'm gonna beat you. No, Neil is awesome. I met Neil the first time, or where we met in Mexico, right? Tijuana.
We met in Tijuana, then we spent more time together in Tampa, didn't we?
Yeah.
We kind of hung out a lot in Tampa. We trained a bit. And my missus made friends with your brother, and they were watching the show together. And obviously, Urs won Tampa. I came second, and we were like battling in the first.
Oh, you were second in Tampa to Urs.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You only just beat me though by a little bit.
Just that.
But yeah, so we became friends, and we stay in touch. We WhatsApp, like we're cool, we're friends. So
yeah. That's awesome. And
So-
because I only won because your missus brought me that special big cookie, you know, after prejudging.
That's
I
all you
can't
got to.
believe-
That's all you got to do with Urs. If you just bring him some junk food, you guys
Yeah,
are. That's
that's
it.
it.
You're in.
Hey, Fouad, you know my missus always is packing some junk food as well, right? After prejudging, my missus came up to Miracle Bar and she went, do you want a cookie? And it was this
that's it.
big, like, 2-pound cookie, wasn't it?
Yeah. James, can you believe it? This guy. So Neil's wife is constantly eating junk food with him while he's suffering, trying to get
Yeah, but
down.
he's sick.
Oh
He
my-
loves it.
oh
I
my
can tell.
God.
He does cardio in the dark for an hour. He's fucking messed
I
up.
know, but
He's a crazy cunt. Oh,
what would you
Yeah,
do? What would you do? What would
Fouad,
you do?
Neil is fucked up. Don't remember that. He loves to see.
he likes to look at the food and be
For
like,
me, that's
I
the
can't
same
have
thing.
you.
It gets hangry.
Some
It gets
people are like
motivation
that.
from that shit.
Yeah, some people are
Yeah.
like that, man. I used to be like that, but I'm just not anymore. Now I eat it.
Thing, bro. I start like 7 weeks out, starting this, looking at this videos from like Eric the Electric. You know this guy.
Oh yeah, the guy that eats like
30,000 calories in 1 hour and doing all of these challenges, and I'm getting like, it's better than porn for me in this day.
Hey,
I'm
know
assuming
what?
everybody's hungry here.
it's crazy because I'm like that too, right? Every time I'm eating, you know, I'm always, you know, I love to watch the Chinese people eat because they eat all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm eating, that shit taunts me on, bro.
how do you
Yeah.
guys do that? When I was fucking dieting,
Yeah,
I
I'm the
couldn't
same.
watch anybody eating. I
For
don't want to
real?
watch. I don't want to watch the Food Network. I don't want my fucking wife sitting in front of me eating a burger. Like I can't do it.
I always watch British Bake Off, Jamie Oliver. Always.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
man.
too.
Yeah, man.
You guys are fucking nuts, man. I can't do that
Satisfying.
fucking shit.
And I
Yeah,
saw,
but I have been eating this year, so it's
yeah, me too. So it wasn't that much.
Yeah,
but
let's take a look at
I
James.
had a good pasta dish yesterday.
I
Really good
noticed
pasta
that.
dish. That was I know you like your pasta before. You would have loved it. That was amazing.
So this is James.
I'm sweating now.
That boy looking naughty,
So
Yeah.
what
hard,
that's not
fried.
James?
Well, Jordan put up a picture from today.
on
JP has.
on Jordan's page. On Jordan's page.
Yeah, it's after training, so I've got a pump because normally I don't take most of all my pictures normally are in the morning. So it's I was like one. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Look full
Got
as
full.
fuck, man.
that's the goal this week, just to be full and then try and pull from that. I've got to try and explain to Jordan, and we said today, for me, it's like I can lose weight so quick that I need to keep my weight up this week. So then when we get to America, I can pull water from the
Well,
weight.
James, I have to say though, this is probably the biggest I've ever seen you in this condition.
Yeah.
278.
Yeah,
You're
I love this kind of look because
278.
278.
Well, he's actually right. I was actually 280 this morning. I'm heavier than that.
All right,
Little
but
bit.
James, so I know why you're doing this. So last year when you did your Olympia prep, you lost some tissue in the last few weeks because you were over dieting, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just
So this
wanting
year-
to be.
Yeah. So this year you've done a little bit different strategy of eating some cheat meals every now and then when you feel like you need them.
Yeah.
And it's kept you this full. You don't think you're still in danger of losing any of that? Like you're not going to get flat now.
I can flatten out if I don't eat. If my carbohydrate intake isn't probably 800 a day now, I'll flatten out.
Really?
Wow.
100%, without a doubt. Tomorrow I'll probably be lighter than today, and I've had 750.
But you're not doing.
How is this sounds to you?
It's just what happens, isn't it? Like I don't know if it's a
You
mental
have
thing.
like 800 grams of carbs in the last 3 months.
I had 30 grams yesterday.
I know. This is why it's. I totally get it. And listen, I can say I know 100%. I'm not going to bring the condition that you boys are. So I'm playing a different game. Open bodybuilding
that's
for
not-
me.
But that's not totally. I mean, look.
No, I'm not. I'm in good condition, but I'm not in Neil Currey Urs condition.
Well, that's different. I think they have
Exactly.
their class is a totally different thing, right?
Well, and I think it suits their frame better than it does mine. If I come down, I lose a lot of the pop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
it's
need
just
this pop, you know.
because that's in the morning when I wake up out of bed. So that's
Yeah.
different. It's like not quite as
Not full. Yeah.
no, just kind of.
So you
It looks pretty
so
fun.
so you're still doing cheats all the way. Like you did pasta yesterday.
Yeah, I had a few meals. I
Wow.
had Burger King yesterday. Pasta, fucking couple of homemade sandwiches.
So can I ask
Yeah.
you real quick?
That's why you look happy, James.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but I think James has unlocked his own secret though, because he's figured out a way to get in shape while still being happy. And that's, I think, a secret for that's like what I think everybody needs to do is find their way. But
yeah.
so you did a cheat yesterday, but you're not doing a lot of fat in your diet, are you?
Not really. No, I probably on a regular day I might have some fats pre-training and then maybe some before bed.
And that's it.
Yeah, just carbs are normally higher and proteins. I literally the only protein I have is chicken or whey protein.
So that's probably why your body's burning through the carbs so quickly.
Yeah, easy to digest. There's no fats really slowing things down, so the calories aren't overly high.
Blessing, I know you're working with George. Does he have you on any type of specific cheat protocol, or are you just going straight hard all the way through? Or?
There is no cheat protocol. I wish.
That's not how it works.
I haven't had a cheat in months, bro. Listen, he gave me steak yesterday. I'm sure you guys saw my Instagram.
So yeah, I was like, man, he's living the high life.
I felt like crying because I got emotional. I haven't had steak.
Is it in your story? Is it in your story or no?
Yeah, it's probably gone now, but yeah, bro, I was so excited. But yeah, there's no cheat in my diet. The carb just sort of like calms down slowly and slowly and slowly. And this week it's kind of like this is the lowest we've ever been.
Yeah,
I only got 3 meals of carbs, and then the last 3 meals, there's no carbs.
Yeah, even with you, would you agree that I feel like you retain muscle very well?
Yeah. Oh yeah, George. Oh yeah. You know why that is? Because 2021, right, dude? I over-dieted myself like crazy. I was doing insane amount of cardio. Plus, I was training 3 times a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And look, we stopped cardio I think this time was 4 weeks out because my body didn't start to click until about four weeks out, you know? So that's when we stopped cardio, and then magic just started to happen.
Do you kind of monitor the amount of do you have a set amount of movement you do a day? Like okay, I like to do a certain amount of, because for me it's like I do a walk in the morning, which isn't really cardio, but it's the same walk every day. So that's my way of being like, okay, at least I've done that. Do you have something like that you do?
But it's just basically my daily routine, which just get up in the morning, go do what we do. Now, the hardest thing I'm doing right now is pulsing with Sammy. I don't know if you know Sammy used to compete in Classic. We do like 40 minutes to an hour of nonstop.
Wow,
and there's no better person to begin coaching from than somebody from Classic. Like those Classic guys, I really admire those guys. The way they present their physique, the amount of time and effort that they put into pulsing, it's truly magnificent. So now having somebody from Classic like that help me with my pulsing, literally it's changed my whole game.
Blessing, can I ask you a question? When you say 40 minutes of posing, I'm just curious for people wondering, because I've seen a couple other guys pose and their strategies. Are you doing one full round of mandatories and then take a break for a minute and then do another one, or are you just going straight through round after round after round?
Okay, so where we started, right? We started off 2 rounds. We take 30 seconds break.
Yeah.
And then we go back in round 2. We do 3 rounds in a row.
Okay.
30 seconds break. And then we go back 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds.
I got you.
Wow.
And now we are 10 rounds, nonstop, no breaks.
Wow, man.
Yeah, dude.
So you're not gonna fade on stage at all then?
Oh no, but that's like
for in those rounds.
That's crazy.
I got that. This is
a lot.
Sorry, what'd you say, Neil?
I just asked, when you're doing those 10 rounds, how long are you holding the poses for in each round?
10 to 15 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, like a nice steady count.
Yeah,
I need to do more of that.
Well, because I know when I was in Texas with Ben and Hunter and Dean, they were doing some posing and they were doing some of the same shit. They would do like 1 to 2 rounds. They would hold them for 10 seconds each. And it's funny, I was only there for a week, but you could see just in the week that they were practicing their posing, how much better they got from the beginning of the week to the end.
Oh yeah.
Because they were doing it twice a day. They would practice their posing in the morning after cardio and then practice again at night before bed. And it's amazing just in the 7 days I was there, how much better they got at holding their poses.
I literally just got back from that.
Yeah, now you're doing it with them too, because Ben's there, right?
Literally we was there this morning, 7 a.m.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Me, Dean, and Hunter.
How good are they at it now?
Yeah, good, very good. Very good. Like, they're holding them solid. And Ben don't give you that little break between each round. You do a round, you go again, you do a round, you go again. And then it's like once you're done, you're gassed out, then you sit down, the next boy goes, they go round.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
I wish I did more of that.
it's nice doing it in a team as well, because you're learning from each other and picking things up from each other. And you know, different people obviously post slightly different, right?
Well, also you don't want to be the one guy that gasses out if there's 3 of you doing it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like,
and you know one thing, and you know one thing that we actually do in my posting, it's weird because every round we do 3 classic shots of my exactly like the classic guys. After each round, I finish with 3 favorite classic shots.
Why are you going to classic blessing? Is
That's
that what you're trying to tell us?
Hey,
confirmed.
did you see my last post?
I know, that's why I'm asking. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, no, like I said, you know, I truly admire those guys from Classic, and I think, you know, they are driving bodybuilding in the right direction. So I just want to follow in that footstep and be able to present my package like they do in Classic.
Yeah,
so
that's why.
Because that's how it should be, you know. It's not like Classic and Open. I said this oftentimes.
Bodybuilding.
It's bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding,
Yes.
yeah. We just have a weight limit, and you guys.
Yes.
Well, that's why I, you know, all of my last prep, I spent most of my time with John Lofthouse posing, just because.
I saw that.
Again, it's like, I think who better to learn from than people that really, really do take the posing aspect seriously, which all you gentlemen do. So I think it's a massive advantage to have a Classic person in your corner helping you with your presentation, for sure.
So a question about that though, and I don't want to spend too much time on posing, but this is just interesting conversation. Do you guys agree that you can't, even though like Blessing say he admires all the classic poses, you can't necessarily pose a certain way if it doesn't fit your physique?
No.
Sure, yeah, 100%.
Like James is a fucking beast. So
I just suit like I have to pose like a branch or something, just like
yeah, it's more like harder poses that are going to show
put a rock
your
tune
mass,
on and
right?
just put your tongue out, fucking.
But I see James eating some classic shots. Remember that twisted back double bicep you do?
I think
The twisted back.
I do a little.
That's nasty.
No, I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, but there is shot. I know what you mean. Absolutely,
Yeah.
like you can't. Certain frames, certain structures just don't present certain shots well.
I mean, like this, like if James came out to Mariah Carey and did like a soft, slow posing routine, I'd be like, wait a minute, this doesn't mix, right? It doesn't match. So I just think like your posing style and the poses have to match your personality and your physique.
I have to change my fucking Olympia somehow.
Why'd you pick Mariah Carey?
I was doing Mariah Carey. I was doing a Christmas song.
All I want for Christmas.
I'm shocked at, honestly, guys, listen, I gotta tell you guys something. I'm fucking shocked at how happy you guys all are at week out. I expected to get on here and you guys will all be fucking dead, especially Neil. Neil's been like losing fucking weight like nonstop for the last like 3 months.
But he loves the grind. He loves the grind. This is his happy place.
What is this? What is the sadistic nature of you, Neil, that you like to punish yourself like this? I don't understand. Is it a pride that you get from it? Like just a pride that you pat yourself on the back, like I can do anything?
I really like condition.
Yeah.
And to get the weight limit, I have to do this to get down. But I do also enjoy the suffer. Like I'm a little bit sadistic. Like I do really enjoy it. You know.
I think we all are a little bit sadistic because Blessing's doing 10 rounds of posing straight, and you also do it, and we all do like crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can I ask you something, Neil? Is your wife mad at you for posting this? You guys are both just straight out of bed.
Oh, she was so pissed.
She's like, no, I'm only in my bloody underwear.
She was like, delete that now. I was like, no, my legs look good in it.
And it's getting it's got traction. It's got traction already.
It's got traction.
She was like, Neil, it's like, see my camel toe.
You look good though, Neil. So before you guys got on here, show him the picture, Neil. Before you guys got on here, Neil was with Ben and Dean, and they were fucking stretching him out.
yeah, so
Trying to make him taller for the show. So he's got a little bit of weight cap.
How?
I like that.
So it started off like this with the
but how
door.
much taller you need to be, bro?
So
For the next, like,
right, so
you can get like 92 kgs, right?
what's your limit? Are you 222?
222, yeah.
So you're just over 5'11", right?
Yeah. And
So
a
I'm just
5'11" and a quarter.
right. So I'm just under 5'11. So my limit's 215. But last night, so I've been sucking right down to get to 215. But last night we stretched me out and I can now be 222.
But bro, don't forget.
James.
I'm like amazed at the way you can just try.
Yeah, me
fuck
too.
Yeah.
It was only a I needed
But
a
it's-
centimeter.
But you know what the fucked up thing is? On Wednesday, we are gonna have the scale at 8 p.m. And all your discs gonna be like,
Yeah, but bro, I'm gonna in the registration.
Just lay back. Yeah, fuck that.
Just put on some heels,
Put a
bro.
labrada on one leg, bench out on another. That's nearly 600 pounds. And then
So
I'll get Dean White on my neck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stretch that shit
I'm-
out.
Hey, I'm going in at 5'11 plus. Trust me, that's happening.
I told Ben to get you an inversion table. So you just hang upside down from now until the fucking weigh-in.
Yeah, but he needs, I think with that, you know, like that makes your spine, he needs everything, Paul, doesn't he? He needs like the legs to come out their sockets a little bit, ankles. Like you just need every millimeter.
He only needs that much, James.
This is just torture, bro. Like
7
This-
pounds is a lot.
imagine, yeah. Sometimes
That'll
I'm
save,
thinking
yeah, that'll
about
save you
I'm-
some grief.
I'm competing in the UFC, not in the bodybuilding contest. Because-
Yeah.
and
Blessing.
imagine next year's, if I'm easy in the weight limit, but the next year's it's gonna be worse and worse. And then
How much
Urs, you
are
might be the
now,
tallest
bro?
here.
Urs, let's take a look at your physique real quick.
I
How
think
come you're
Urs
not-
is the tallest here.
How come
Yeah.
you're not coming up? Did you block me?
Blocked you, bro.
yeah, I blocked you.
Fuck you.
I can't find you. What the fuck?
No man,
Did you get
Hey, Urs,
I
bro,
got
what do you do for your glutes, bro? Like, how you get your glutes so shredded, bro? Like, come on now.
I eat
There's
a
got to
lot
be
of
some
food,
secrets.
brother. A special one, Reese cookies from Walmart.
God,
Do you know the problem with having an arse as lean as you and
Not
Neil is when
joking,
when you're in the gym and you sit on a pad and it just literally disappears into your shitter. Like
Sure.
I've had a lean arse before, like pretty lean, not quite as lean as you boys, and I've sat down and there's like no cheeks to stop things from pushing on my actual
Yeah.
arsehole. It's like, what do you do?
Why?
Like,
I have my cardio bike at home is like hard as fuck, and
I bet.
like 3 or 4 weeks out, I need to get 2 pillows above it.
I bet you do.
That's a
What-
meme page, bro.
Why do you have a meme page?
I don't know. Somebody like thought it's funny to get a meme page.
What the fuck?
yeah, that's good. That's cool.
That's when you know you've made it.
Look at the massage table one.
What the fuck? Okay, I can't find you in here, dude. I don't know what you did. You're gone.
Shadow ban, bruv.
I don't know what's going on.
Somebody took your page, bro.
I can send you.
I
an,
don't know. I had that before. Oh.
I send you the link in WhatsApp. Maybe.
I'll find it. You know what? I got it in the messages anyway. Urs, you seem like you're a little bit. Are you tired at all this week, or what's going on?
I'm not crying around or bitching around, but honestly,
He's a little tired. He's a
I'm
little
a
tired.
bit
Look at him.
tired, especially the last days since I'm here and I have to acclimatize and stuff, and the routine is a bit different. But hell yeah, only 4 days to go, and I would eat shit right now at this moment to get everything done, because the
Yeah.
prep was awesome for me. The past 16 weeks went pretty much perfectly. Like I said in the last podcast, I could eat up like every 4 or 5 days, and now it's just
Those
time
last
to
bits.
present this shit.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
crazy, right?
This
there.
looks like fucking. Who's coaching you? This is crazy, Urs.
Stefan is coaching me, the boss of Outlaw on Instagram. He has like he also Wesley and all and
Yeah, Stefan's very good.
It's a
3 or
great
4
coach.
guys. He definitely knows what's up. That was 5 weeks out, and when it comes to conditioning, he really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy to work with this guy.
I think Classic is getting more and more exciting. You guys are getting a lot more press every year. More and more people are watching. I think
I agree.
it's gonna get up there. Do you know if the prize money has increased this year at all?
Nope.
I don't know.
You don't know, or no, it hasn't.
No, I don't know it. But one thing is for sure: when I win some prize money, I go straight on the strip and go to the next casino.
You like
Because
strip
when-
club, Hers? You like strip clubs? You like to make it rain on them big booty bitches?
My girlfriend is next door, so I better be quiet. Everybody, what happens?
I'm trying to get you in trouble.
Vegas, brother. So if you're gonna go there and say I should join, and maybe no, just kidding. It's I think I'm gonna end up at a Phil Heath after party where he invited me on Sunday. So
where's the Phil Heath after party? It's on Sunday.
yeah, it's gonna be on Sunday. So
where's that at?
At the same place this every year. I don't know the name, or I forgot the name.
You don't have any obligations Sunday? No photo shoots, no nothing?
If you hit me up for a photo shoot or some stuff to do, we can do that, brother. No, I don't know, maybe I got something, but right now all focus is on Saturday.
James, does Yamamoto have a booth at the Olympia? Do you have any obligations?
There's no booth for the Olympia. No. Doing a little meet at the Dragon's Lair on the Thursday, I think, but nothing crazy. I'll be in there anyway, so
yeah.
Probably doing the last bit of fluff. No, it's Wednesday. I think it is, and that'll be I won't train on Thursday for fuck. No, so Wednesday. I think.
Going on in the Dragon's Lair, it's so full and crowded, and
I probably won't train.
No, you can't even train there anymore.
No, I don't know where I'll go.
I heard it. I don't know. I've never seen the place. Is it big or small? I heard it's not that big in there.
Honestly, I came in there and I thought like, okay, I thought it's way bigger.
Yeah.
Because the videos and photos, it looks really big on the photos, but in real life,
it's probably only about 5,000 square foot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the actual gym itself, because obviously he's got the Arsenal
Offices
showroom.
And
the showroom is cut off from the gym. If that was open as well, it'd add like another maybe.
Then it would be a good solid.
It's a good size, but when it gets busy weekend, like you say, like Olympia weekend, it's going to be tough to.
Yeah.
But then even like Iris's gym's really small, I heard.
Yeah, I was there.
In there though, guys.
Yeah.
Blessing, are you with You're with Muscle Tech? Are they having a booth?
Oh yeah, they I think they've got big booths. I'll be at the expo at their booths for Friday and Saturday.
Why did you dye your hair? Tell me.
Okay, besides my hair, you see this, bro? You see the Honda Dog shirt?
Is that your brand? Is that your brand?
Serving? That's my new brand, baby. Because I'm the Honda Dog. You see the back? Look at the back.
Oh, it's just like the crown.
You see the back? You see the back right there?
No, I can't.
You can't see the back right there. You see right
now? I see. Okay.
No,
yeah. There you go.
See some huge lads, bro.
What is that? What is the logo? Is that a dog with a?
That's a hangry dog.
It's a hangry dog. All right.
Desperate. Because we're desperate, bro.
What happened to Boogeyman?
Oh, the Boogeyman's still there. This is under the Boogeyman. This is under the Boogeyman.
Secondary.
It's like a sister.
Your brand. Sister line.
Sister brand. But yeah, I'll be at the.
It's all under the same umbrella.
I'll be at the Muscle Tech booth, and I'll be selling their merch there as well. So if you can come hang out with the Boogeyman, let's check it out.
Okay, tell me about the hair. What happened?
Oh, the hair.
I dyed my. Listen. The only reason I'm asking is one time when I was dieting, I dyed my hair blonde. So I just want to know, is it because you're
how did it look? You like it?
No, I look like shit.
But that was the style in the early 2000.
Yeah, back then it was okay. Everybody was doing
Marcus Rule had the same thing. Like,
I mean, they made me out to be the bad guy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me have to that look to make him look like the bad guy that they made me out to be. So I thought of, dye my hair, maybe red, pink, whatever. But we go with the blonde. I thought I wouldn't like it, so I'll do 2 weeks before the show, so I could maybe change some of it. You know what? It actually turned out great. I love it. So James, this is how we're rocking the stage.
James, is Blessing seen as the bad guy? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
I see Blessing as the guy that likes to fuck with everybody, but I don't see him as the bad guy.
Yeah, I don't know who the bad guy bodybuilder is right now.
They just hate on me, bro. They just hate on me. Everything I said, they twist it.
I get hated as well. Don't worry, bro. You're not alone there. Don't worry, bro.
You never see any video, any positive video. All these guys that make YouTube, it's all negative videos of me.
Yeah, but
you never see them talk about.
You only see the negative side.
Yeah, and they're not fans.
Okay, but wait a minute, Blessing. That goes for everybody.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody make a positive video about me?
And they favor some guys. But they were not the Boogeyman. You know what I'm saying?
No. But honestly, when you get like critiqued, that's what gets you. And get all the positive stuff, then you are like, yeah, whatever, it's cool, okay, yeah, okay, future Mr. or whatever. And if somebody says, yeah, he's not shredded enough or he's ready too early, then you're like, what the fuck? He's
Sticks up there,
yeah.
talk shit about me.
It's motivation. It's just,
Yeah.
I love all that. Like, you know, Fouad know me, bro. You know, I love all this negative stuff. I take it in. I deal with it real nicely.
You
Yeah.
have
Funny
to
thing
deal
is,
with it.
I just have fun with it.
Blessing's the one though. When someone says something, you type back. You hit
Yeah.
back hard.
All right, let's
It
see.
depends on who.
You guys want to
Like Nick, I like to fuck with Nick.
Why do you like to fuck with Nick so much?
It's fun going back and forth with the brick.
The brick. Is that his name? The brick? What the fuck is that?
I
Is
call
that what
him
you
the
call
brick.
him? Not
It's the brick
anymore.
right there.
Not anymore.
Brick Walker.
He looks like
What-
he's
what-
changed his physique a little bit.
Hey, a brick will always be the brick.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
How are you going to do against Nick at the show? Let's take
You
a
know, I
look.
think right. What's funny, right? People really thinks I am so. Nick is so far away from me, but the thing is, people don't realize Nick has never stood next to me being at my best. And what I continue to say to people is, me being at my best is so fucking dangerous. When a guy was got a pretty shape, really nice shape, comes in shredded hard as a nail, that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
So this is why this Olympia is so gonna be. It's so exciting because you got a lot of guys with beautiful shape. If everybody comes in, like we got Samson, you know what I mean? Brandel.
Okay, but wait a minute. Before you go on, I'm going to go through the list with you in a minute. But before you go on, would you agree that the Olympia is more of a mass game than other shows? I mean, James has said it before on the show that they favor.
Well, you have to be big. They do like shape, though. I won't say that. What I said is that when you're at Olympia, if you look at the immediate top 5, 6, they will be the bigger guys.
Yes.
But then from there, they look into the intricacies of shape, conditioning, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So size is like the first thing that you have to have had to be able to place top 6.
So that means, what I'm saying, Blessing, is I agree with you. Your shape is great. Conditioning is going to be great. But will you have the muscle mass to stand in that top 10, top 8, top 5?
I think I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think so, but I think you do. You know, people don't realize how big and how much muscle and how much of a freak I am as well.
You're very wide
until I start next to other guys.
Yeah.
People don't realize I'm crazy wide, bro. When I was going to Indy, everyone don't even have me in the top 4. And people don't expect me to be able to stand next to Charles. Charles a good ass bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
To be able to hit a back shot next to Charles and make him look kind of small, because I did make him look small.
Yes. Yeah.
And people who are there live can testify to that. So people don't really realize what I possess until I'm at my best and I'm under that light next to all these guys. You know, I do agree with James and I do agree with you as well. Body, this is body. You gotta have everything: mass, shape, conditioning, presentation, everything. You look at Ramy. Ramy is a mass monster, but Ramy is not just all mass. Ramy is probably one of the top. Beautiful structure, really nice, smart waist.
Yeah,
the shape is still there.
Yeah.
You look at Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates, beautiful shape too.
Yeah.
Well,
But with crazy, you know. So when we talk about this, shape is first, and then muscle and conditioning.
I got you.
Look at Ronnie Coleman.
No, I know.
Small waist,
I agree.
round muscle. Even Jay Cutler too.
Yeah.
Phil Heath. All these guys are aesthetic.
All right, Blessing.
Yeah.
Let me do this with you real quick.
Size would be anything. The elephant would be the king of the jungle.
Let me do this with you,
Yeah.
Blessing. This is my list I have here.
Ooh.
Everybody that's came on and gave in their top 10.
Oh, they gave their top 10?
They're not all set in stone, but these are right. And then I have these as dark horses that could possibly shake up the top 10, right?
Okay.
There's Raphael, James, Antoine, Charles Griffin, Justin Rodriguez, Akeem, Curzo, and you. Now,
the underdog, the boogeyman. Oh, wow.
Do you wanna put your name? Do you want to make your list here or no?
Oh no, I'm not making no list, bro. I leave that to all you guys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna revisit this.
You're gonna revisit this?
Hey, send me this screenshot, bro. I want to make a video about this.
Okay.
Hey, bro, Don't get mad at me if I roast your ass too after that. After Olympia.
You can roast my. What do you? Oh,
Hey, I'll roast your ass. I'm gonna roast Nick Trigili because I saw that video where you were talking about the video that was taken of me at Pittsburgh.
what's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.com, and I want to show you the smooth package that they have. This has the exfoliating gel, the shaving gel, and it has the razor. You open it up, looks like that. Listen, it's for the guys that want to use the trimmer to get close and then the razor to get even closer so you can get smooth as possible. Now, they also have body spray and body wash, which are two things I use all the time. They're my favorites. They smell great, feel clean. I don't feel oily and all that after I use the body wash. It's got a nice clean feel to it. If you go to the website, check it out. They got all their other products. Go to manscaped.com/RBP. Check out all the different stuff they have for men's hygiene. They have cologne, obviously the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. They have boxers now. They have all these different deodorants and lip balms, everything you could possibly need. So get to manscaped.com/RBP or use code RBP at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping.
I mean, y'all were kind of laughing like, "Oh, this cannot be."
Oh, dude, you can roast me. Listen, you can wait a minute. You can roast me all you want for that. I saw that shit. I'm like, this is not fucking real. Wait a minute.
Can I say something? Can I say something about that place though? No one looks good there. I remember seeing Dallas like a week out from the Arnold, and he looked terrible there because he's so washed out.
It's so white, yeah.
Like no one looks good there, man. You could put Rami there 1 week out, and you'd be like, he don't look like himself. But
honestly, though, that video, it was like I said earlier that my body didn't click until about 4 weeks out in this prep. For some reason, actually, it took me a while. I was comparing this last prep to this, and at some point I was getting confused myself and why. And I think it's because I took, was it 2 months or 3 months completely off? Like I was traveling, went to Nigeria, came back off everything. I wasn't really following no diet. So I gained a little bit of body fat. So I think all that was part of why my body was a little delayed in clicking in this prep. So like 2 weeks later after the Pittsburgh video, it was like magic.
Don't make excuses. You just said
no. It's not. No. It's not excuse. I'm just saying that video was real and I actually didn't look good. You know, I didn't look good.
Well, then you can't. But you can't roast.
You know what?
I can roast you though.
You can't roast me then.
Of course I can roast you.
No, you just admitted that you just admitted that you didn't like the way you looked.
I mean, y'all saying ain't no way Boogeyman's gonna make it to the Olympia.
I didn't say that. What exactly?
He will probably plays 29th.
Exactly what I said was I think Blessing's trolling everybody.
I'm still gonna roast you, bro.
Do you remember you say you think Blessing's trolling? I think,
remember?
The mad thing is though, like, and what this is so valid still to this day. Like it always is. It's like none of this really matters until Friday. Friday and Saturday. Like someone can look 6 weeks out, but if they come to their show and absolutely smoke everybody, so be it.
Well, this is why I don't understand why people get mad at predictions.
That's why we shouldn't get mad at predictions because they're based on how. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just a game. We're just having a little bit of fun. We're trying to create some hype for the show.
It makes it fun. Start a conversation. It's great. I love it. I don't care. Or anyone had me.
I'm trying to find. Did you get them to delete that video, Blessing? I can't find it.
No, I didn't even know.
Yes, you did.
Hey, don't play with it, bro. Now you can't find it. Now you can't find it, huh? You can't find it?
I swear to God, I'm looking so.
You know where that goddamn video is, so go find it.
I'm trying to find it so bad. Blessing, I have to admit though, dude, you honestly, you talk a lot of shit, but you take it just as much, and that's what makes it fun. You're not,
bro.
You don't take yourself too seriously.
I love this life, bro. People don't realize how much I love bodybuilding. Without bodybuilding, bro, I don't know where I'd be right now. So every minute, every second that I get to do this, bro, I'm just so full of joy 24/7. When people catch me going back and forth with anybody, I swear to God, I'm just trying to entertain the true fans of bodybuilding. But people don't get it yet because I'm getting a lot of hate for it. But soon enough, they will truly understand when I show my true self, being a good sportsmanship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, this is a competition. We can go without this back and forth. There's nothing for the fans to talk about. You
That's
know,
true.
but I don't mind taking all the heat and the hate, but you know.
Yeah. Urs,
Yes, sir.
when's your carb load start? When do you get to start being happy?
I'm happy all day. I still got some carbs right now, compared to last prep, honestly. But it depends. This time it's different because we have, like I said before, the scale on Wednesday evening, and I think I'm gonna deplete until Thursday morning, and then we're gonna do some good 2-day carb load. That's enough for me, I would say.
Your cutoff's 222. What do you weigh right now?
224 this morning because I had my water is like going up and down right now because honestly, I was so fucking stressed because my Instagram got hacked and
Oh shit.
the worst night of my whole prep. And you know how this affect the body, especially when you're this low in body fat and stuff, and other things going on in life also. And yeah, it was the last days really challenged myself, but now it's good. And now we changed also some stuff, you know, from peak week. And then I hopefully the water gets out till tomorrow. My lowest weigh-in here in Vegas was already 221. So yeah, no worries about the weight limit for me. But I think I only need 2 days of carb load, like solid 800, 900 grams of carbs, and then we're good to go.
When did you get into Vegas?
What?
When did you get into Vegas? When did you get there?
On the December 1st. So.
Oh fuck, you've been there for like 2 weeks almost.
Yeah, I enjoy every day. It's so cool, and was the best decision to come here that early, train with Jay, get all the secrets in, you know, from the legends, and did some giant sets with Milos.
That's awesome, man.
10 days out, he killed us, but it was worth it. And yeah, like Blessing said, I also love this shit too hard. And for me, that's all, you know, that the day of Olympia is gone like this, but the memories
Exactly.
forever.
Yes.
Just meeting boys like you and getting connected with each other. That's what my 2 cents are for this. And I just love it, train around legends, and I looked up to, you know, for me as a European guy who just can.
You living the dream, bro. You living the dream, bro.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I had a podcast before, and they also asked me about this, and I'm getting like
goosebumps
on my skin talking about.
But you're doing it right though. You're living the full experience. You just come in. See, one of the things I did wrong in my career was I would show up, I would do the show, and I would leave.
Yeah, and that's what I realized so early, that like when there are so many bodybuilders leaving their routine, like once just change one exercise for back training, they're like, oh, now my logbook doesn't work right anymore, and now I'm getting fucked and it's not clicking. And for me, I'm like, yeah, whatever, Jay, let's go for shoulders today. And you're getting, that's what it is all about, you know. It's,
learning.
In the last 2 weeks, you don't build up any muscle anymore.
Exactly.
So many bodybuilders just fucked up their mind because of stuff like this. Living in the box, and what's necessary. Don't get me wrong. Living in this box for like the whole off season and prep is necessary to get in this body fat percentage and stuff. But at the end, like, you need to enjoy this ride. You only have like 5 to 10 good years, and then what's afterwards? You can say, yeah, I was there in a competition, and 1 week out I went to a hotel room, to Whole Foods, and then back to the gym. And I can say, hey, I trained with Jay, and we had some fun and went to all the places. And yeah, for me, that's bodybuilding.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think and you know, I think James has changed his thought process a little bit. Me and James have talked about this before. About
to get there.
Sometimes it's the predictability gives you comfort. So like if you don't leave the house and you have all your meals and you have all your stuff and you have everything sorted the way you want it, there's a comfort in predictability, like knowing tomorrow I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be 1 pound lighter, or I'm going to be the same weight. I didn't fuck up anything. I did everything exactly the way it should be done. When you're traveling the way you are, everything kind of gets changed a little bit. I go into a different gym. Maybe I had my meals at a different time. Maybe whatever it is might be different. And I think for some bodybuilders, it throws you off. They need to have the predictability and the regimen of the same thing every single day, or else maybe they feel like they're not doing.
Yeah, that's why I feel like as I've got older, I feel like less like that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and it's nice. It's a very comforting feeling because I still see the progress that I thought wasn't obtainable. By it's not that I'm any less strict, but it's like once you've ticked two boxes for the day and there's another like 18 hours of the day, it doesn't yield more benefit by having bodybuilding constantly on your mind for those other 18 hours than if you don't.
That's right.
So for those other 18 hours, if you're talking to friends, playing fucking Call of Duty, going out and see, like, it doesn't take away from the work you've done. It's just, it is, I know it's hard to accept. It is hard to accept. And some people, listen, Neil was a very, like, I don't know how, Neil was like, kind of reminds me of my original bodybuilding kind of approach, which was very successful. I turned pro, won pro shows, and it works. And if that is what makes you function, you go with it. Basically, all it is you go with what makes you function.
Yeah, but it's
and happily.
But
for me, that's the happy thing. I got a really, I don't want to say like depression, but it's like when you
probably was depression, bro.
Year by year, you're getting fucked up in your mindset, you know. And for me, I ask myself, is this really life, or where I gonna end up? And when I do this like 5 or 10 years, I like in the beginning of my 20s and living like a monk. So I know that it's necessary, but like you said, it's the day has 24 hours, and when I go out with my missus, like yesterday in the evening on the strip, then like time is flying, and I can take my meals with me and eat somewhere, and that's it. So sitting at home waiting for the next meal is so stupid.
That's depressing, bro.
Used to drive me crazy.
Neil, is that? It's no, listen, I know we're all saying this now, but a lot of my career was spent that way. So I don't, and actually I think the majority of bodybuilders live that way. So I don't.
Yeah. And that's why, I agree. Yeah. That's why I put to, like, again, I don't know. I'm not using Neil as, I'm not like, Neil, you're super intense and can't do anything that you don't do, but I know that you thrive off of the consistency factor. So that's the only reason I say, I'm trying to relate to people listening to the podcast. So you can look at two examples. Example A, example B, both won massive shows and have got to the Olympia. Like, so what I'm again trying to just show is that your approach doesn't necessarily have to be the same as someone else's, but you can still yield a result that's world class.
I see myself.
Neil, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
So my approach is probably like the exact opposite to yours.
Yeah,
I've been 3 places since I've arrived in Vegas: gym, Walmart, my house.
Yeah,
because you're training 4 times a day. So
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're a few days out from like the Super Bowl of bodybuilding, so there's nothing really. I mean,
but it's
all about resting and
like my missus has been down the strip. Like my missus and the video guy at the mall now, getting a haircut, going shopping. But I don't want to go. And it's not because I'm like depressed or miserable. Like I enjoy my process and my time. I've got like I know today, obviously, I've got cardio, posing with Ben, podcast. We've got a team meeting after this. I've got posing with Ben again. I got physio. I got cardio, and that's my rest day, right?
Yeah.
So my whole day is mapped out. I've got all my exact times, and I'm one of them guys who, for me, the worst thing in the world would be to go to the strip with my meals. I wouldn't enjoy that. After the show, I'd love it, but it's just something I wouldn't.
I wouldn't do that either.
I feel like I'd potentially be missing out on an opportunity to improve.
Can I just?
It sound crazy.
No, it doesn't sound crazy at all because I get
it.
It doesn't sound crazy, Neil. I just want to touch on this because Urs. It's funny because Urs and Neil have exactly 2 opposite thought processes on this, and I've talked to Ben about like Hunter, for example. He said Hunter's the same way. Like Hunter will go to the mall like the day before a show and go shoe shopping because he wants to do something, get out and just experience something normal. Whereas other people, and like I'll just use myself as an example, like I'm like, no, I'm staying in a fucking hotel room. I gotta eat, I gotta do cardio, I gotta blah, 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 pose, whatever.
It's
I think what James said at the end of when you're ticking the boxes and all that, he said happiness was the 4th thing. If you're happy suffering, if you're happy checking the boxes. If you're happy staying in your room and being focused, that's what you should do. If you're happy going to the strip and taking your meals, I'm kind of with Neil on this. Like if I took my meals with me to the strip, I couldn't enjoy the strip because all I would be thinking is I got to sit down and have a meal or whatever.
Exactly.
I couldn't like, my mind wouldn't be able to like let go.
It's truly an independent thing, and it comes down to how you perceive things and what makes you feel comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
And everybody has the right to approach anything, any endeavor in a manner that makes them feel most comfortable, but also successful. And if your success feels like it comes from the regime being as regimented as, say, Neil, perfect. If your success comes from you feeling that you can somehow switch off, perfect as well. Like there is no way to write the book.
I will say though, in all my years, I've always envious of people like Urs who have the freedom to like not turn off, but like do other things while.
But I bet that didn't come overnight. That took a lot of testing. Like you have to go a period of time trying it and see what happens with you, in order to know that it's okay. Because you got to try it. You got to do a week where you're like a little bit relaxed and you're scared that you might regress. Yeah. But then it's only when you've done the week and you're like, I've actually progressed. You're like, okay, fuck. Then you start to be able to do it.
But guys, nowadays it's so like everybody's so over focused. I see. Remember back in the days, 70s, 80s, golden era, the guys were dancing together, like having fun, going to smoking a joint, 2 weeks out,
just running down the beach.
But Urs,
they did like awesome stuff, and
But Urs, those guys, if you were if you stepped on stage in that condition, you would be last.
Yeah, but it's for me about the mindset,
Yes.
No, but they could. What I'm saying is, those guys in that era could have that freedom because I don't think the physiques were as demanding as they are now. And I'm like I said, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. Look, if you can do it and still be great, like James said, fuck, I'm jealous of that. But I don't know if pointing to the 70s guys is fair because those guys did not have the physiques.
But I see a lot of guys nowadays. They're like this hardcore and doing don't have any fun, and I sit in the box the whole day and do nothing. And then like 2 years later, I heard he's like totally fucked up and quitted bodybuilding or like doing no more shows. And I talked to Milos, and he did 12 shows in 6 months, and he had fun with this stuff. And I see people, especially the open guys backstage, looking at me like, what am I doing here? I don't want to fucking be here and don't want to compete at the Olympia. And I'm like so excited, like I'm going on a party, because I worked my fucking ass off for 11 years with that. And I see guys sitting there around, now we have to go one more round in comparisons, and final also, and routine, no. And I'm like, okay, then go to the gym, look huge, be a meathead, but don't fuck around with bodybuilding, with like competing.
From my experience, I was definitely that guy last year that you just described, and I said to myself, I can never be that guy again, and I said I'd never compete again if I can't not be that guy. Okay, so I made a promise to myself. This is just my own personal thing. I was like, I have to see what I can do, getting in shape wise, more relaxed, in order to know whether I'm going to continue pursuing this. And that's what the art.
But I did in the beginning of the year for Arnold's prep, I did 1,800 calories, 90 minutes of cardio a day, 2 weight sessions per day. And right now eating 3,400 calories, doing 20 minutes of cardio, being with my mindset in a totally another headspace, and my body's just clicking. And I'm in better conditioning and in a better look than at the Arnold.
What I was going to say, James.
It's the mindset.
What I was going to say, James, is you did that, but you didn't love it. You did it because you thought that's what you had to do.
Yeah. Because deep down, like I'm a bodybuilder deep down. Like I can't even put, like I'm like, that's why I've been doing this since I was like 17. Like that's why I kept coming back. Like I don't quit. Like, I never will quit. But just got to a point where I was like, for me, there has to be a way that's more beneficial because I'm getting older and there's people around me that are affected by the way that I am. So for me, it was more of my adjustments came to try and suit life rather than just the bodybuilding. And fortunately, in doing that, I found a way that I believe to be more beneficial for me, but that's just my own way, you know, it's not necessary for everybody.
Well, and this is kind of what I'm saying. Like Urs is saying, you know, guys are acting hardcore. I don't think guys are acting anyway. I think guys are doing what they think they have to do to give the best, get the best.
That's what I thought. That's why I didn't question anything last year. That's why I did all the cardio.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's doing it like fake. Like, oh, this is what, you know.
I think there are a lot of guys doing it fake, honestly.
Like who?
I see guys at the gym training hardcore, and they have 5 reps in reserve, you know.
Are you talking about like pros, or are you talking about like just guys at the gym?
Pros.
Really?
I want to name names now. Let's go.
Yeah, now I want to hear who you're talking about.
Let's write the list. Top 5 pros who train like absolute pussies. Let's go. Got my pen and pad.
But you guys, but I had some.
But you guys,
I had a lot of opportunities.
Okay. Go ahead, Blessing.
You know what? You know the thing is, you know what I see, right? A lot of bodybuilders, matter of fact, 99% of bodybuilders don't believe you can be a good ass bodybuilder while also doing something else. You know, this is the thing that I do that people kind of hate on, that people don't respect, because they see me doing all this stuff like that.
No one, that's what I love about you.
All of that. So they see all of that, and they can't just get their head around the fact that he's doing that and he's claiming to be a professional bodybuilder. There's no way. That's what they believe. In order to be a bodybuilder, you got to live like a monk. That's what a lot of guys believe. And a lot of guy fans that follow bodybuilding, they see all this guy, they see how they live. Kind of like kind of like your head in a box, you know, where I'm like opposite. For me, it's all about balance. And when I talk about changing bodybuilding, bringing entertainment into the sport, this is the things that I'm trying to do. And these guys, you know, they see it and they're trying to hate on it, you know. But what I believe is balance.
Well,
you can be a really good ass bodybuilder and still do all this shit, have fun, make it look fun, and just enjoy this journey.
We've had decades, but one second, Urs, we've had decades of bodybuilders that have been the greatest ever that have shown something totally different. So that's why guys think the way they think. When you think of
Dorian,
if somebody says, who's the greatest bodybuilder of all time as far as work ethic goes, you immediately think Dorian Yates. Why?
But the thing is, time changes.
No, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying the reason people think this way is they're like, oh, this is the formula. Dorian Yates did nothing but bodybuild, work, and fucking go home, and he was the greatest ever. Then you look at Ronnie Coleman, same thing. Then you look at Jay Cutler, same thing. So
then you look at Kevin Levrone, 8 months he did like playing guitar and not even.
You know what happens though, Urs? But you know what happens, Urs? Guys go like this. Okay, like Kevin Levrone was awesome, but maybe he would have won an Olympia if he did what Dorian did. That's the problem.
But also, I talked to Dorian, and he told me, like, honestly, he would change a lot of things now.
I'm not saying that. And you know what? Kevin Levrone probably lived a much happier lifestyle because he had all these other things going on. But when someone says, that's always the asterisk. Somebody can always go, yeah, Kevin Levrone lived a happy life, but maybe he would have won an Olympia if he focused the way Dorian focused. And I'm not, look, like I'm saying, I said from the very beginning, I'm jealous of guys like you who can live their life and be normal and do whatever they want and still bodybuild. But I think over decades, all the best champions have been the guys that are just honed in. And now I think guys like you and guys like Chris, guys like Blessing, and now James this year is showing a little different pattern. They're kind of introducing a new way for people. So
don't get me wrong as well. It's like we said before. I do think you have to get here. You have to have been that guy. Like you can't become a world class. Yeah, you can't become world class without being world class. And being world class is being committed. But once you get to a position where you have some access to, you know, financial freedom to a certain degree from sponsorships and some help, you have more time. And when you have more time, you can allocate then that time to things outside of bodybuilding. Whereas you couldn't do that on the way up. On the way up, everything was work towards bodybuilding. Every time I went to work to do removals or whatever shitty job I had, it was to earn money to pay for the bodybuilding. It was only the recent years since my first good contract with, say, like Redcon, where I was in a position where that freed up some of my time. And then that allowed me to transition some of that time into other things. Admittedly, straight away, I didn't think to do normal things. I kind of did more to the bodybuilding. And then obviously, the longer you do that, the more you realize you can allocate time to different things and how much of your day needs to be done a certain way versus another way. And again, I just want to I sympathize with both sides of the coin. Like, I understand both, because I wouldn't have got to where I got unless I was a savage.
And you need also now you need a certain routine. It's, don't get me wrong, guys, my head is like 24/7 in this bodybuilding thing.
But part of your routine,
when I'm walking on the strip, I'm also thinking about okay, I'm doing my steps right now, so it's like active. You know, the psychopath is always there, don't get me wrong. Shit done to get to this top, and you need I have
trying to fit
Dorian Yates mentality when I go to work out. But what really clicked for me is like, sometimes, like my missus says, like, relax a bit more, go one step back in your mindset, and then you woke up the next day and you lost like 4 pounds, you know.
You're
but
better,
what I noticed is the biggest thing is accepting that you can kill 2 birds.
Yeah.
Because I never felt like you could kill 2 birds. Like, say, I felt like you had to get on if I wasn't on a treadmill in a gym doing my cardio, versus, let's say, being out looking at fresh air and looking at fucking sheeps walk down the fucking street and be like, oh, like wildlife. That felt like I was doing 2 different things, and they weren't going to yield the same result. But what I came to realize is that the most important part of that was the doing of the movement, like the actual occurrence of cardiovascular activity, not the setting. But some people feed off the setting, because I used to be that guy. I used to go to the gym 4 a.m. before we opened. I'd open up. I was like, I'm the most hardcore motherfucker in here because I like this. I like this. I did it because I liked it. I don't like it now, but I did like it. So that's why I did it at the time.
That's,
for me, going out is no cardio. I always need to go on the Stairmaster, like treadmill.
I just literally walk around the block now. I know what Flex Lewis used to get away with, cheeky bastard.
When it comes to training and dieting, that's always like on point. But for me, it's only this outside thing. Just being a bit more relaxed, playing Call of Duty in the evening, and not looking like another bodybuilder eating full day of eating what I already know, you know.
I used to do that all the time.
Guy said that to me one time. He said, I said, I got to go to the gym and do cardio. He said, why don't you just take your dog for a walk?
Yeah.
I said, no, I gotta be on the treadmill.
Heart rate. Need my heart rate.
He goes, why? Just put your fucking leash on the dog and take the dog for a walk. It's the same thing. And I'm like, and it never felt like the same thing.
No, is it really the same thing, bro?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The same thing? I don't know if I can replace cardio to working with your dog.
But it's the same thing. Think about it. If you put like your Apple Watch on,
it's a different mindset. It's a different.
That's what my whole point is. But that's what I'm saying is Urs. That's what I'm saying is Urs seemed to find a way to add happiness to bodybuilding while still bodybuilding. Like, what did he do? He went to work out with Jay. He's still bodybuilding. He's still going for a workout, but he added Jay Cutler to the fucking equation. So now it seems like a special thing.
We do need to highlight this as well, because I don't know what Neil's going to say as well. When there's a very big difference between like a 280-pound person walking around than a 220 person. Your output, like I could probably get away with walking around on the street because I'm probably nowhere near as fit as Neil or Urs, and therefore my heart rate probably goes right through the roof the minute I walk outside. So I can get away with walking outside. For someone like Neil, who's already shredded and probably unbelievably fit because of cardiovascular activity, to get his heart rate to said number or whatever, it's going to take getting on and giving it some welly. So you do have to consider all of these factors as well.
I think, for me, guys, I'm totally different to all of you guys.
Totally. You're
my approach is, I see bodybuilding, and this doesn't make me unhappy, by the way. Like, it makes me happy doing it this way. I am a happy guy, right? Yeah. But I see bodybuilding as when I wake up at 5, I clock in for work, and my job is to be a bodybuilder. And when I go to bed at 12, I clock out. And in that time, I'm at work. So doing something social, for me, doesn't work. It just doesn't fit into what I'm doing. Whereas in the 3 days after Olympia, I want to go, we're going on the bikes and we're going here and there. I want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, have the fun, do the strip. But for me, right
Are you
now,
like this all year round, bro? Are you like this
yeah,
off season?
it's how I operate. Like,
And you've done well because of it.
it's just the way I am, and I do really enjoy it. And like, that's what I thrive off and enjoy. I honestly couldn't think of it. Like, since I've got here, I've not reached out to anyone to train, no friends. I've trained on my own because I don't want to talk to anyone while I'm training in case they slow me down.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything worse than training with a celebrity while I'm here.
I know Fouad, and I know that I totally, I can resonate with you massively, and I respect it because it if you, that's the place you're in.
Yeah,
that is what you do. And I kid you not, I know I sound very different now. I know I sound very different because I am different, and that's the difference. But that way of being is in itself what makes it so fun for you.
Yeah, because for me, it's a race because Urs, for example, is up here, right? He's top 5 Olympia, top 5 in the world. I'm not. So I'm trying to use every second in that day to catch these guys.
Yeah.
So I don't feel I can go to the strip. That wouldn't make me happy. I wouldn't enjoy that because I'm trying to catch people.
Yeah,
so in my head, every single second counts.
Yeah.
And I want to be productive in every single second of the day. So no matter how I place, I can say, I didn't miss a beat. That was my best. That's who I am. This is my placing. Yeah. But if I'd placed, for example, let's say I came 12 and I went to the strip for 3
then
nights,
in your mind,
I'd never forgive myself.
Fucking strip.
Yeah.
And I'd be unhappy for a year.
This is why, just one last thing I was going to say. This is why I did the Arnold this way this year, because if that had gone bad, then that would have been the confirmation for me that it was the wrong approach for me. So it was I would have gone back how I was.
It was a test. You were testing.
It was a test. Yeah. It was purely a test. And I said to Jordan beforehand, I said, look, Jordan, if we go there and this is really worth presenting and it looks good, then I've configured something different and I'll stick to that. If not, then obviously, because I am wired. I'm wired a certain way as well. And I fucking thrived off that shit. And I rate you and I respect you for sustaining that mindset, because it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of effort, man. And that's why it's a champion mentality. It's a fucking champion mentality.
Well, there's one thing that Neil said when we did our podcast together, the one-on-one. He said you started late. You started when you were 27.
Yeah.
So you're, like you just said, you're running a race. You're trying to catch guys that have been bodybuilding
a certain amount of time. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense what you're doing.
I think as well, Urs made a good point, right? You said when you go and do something, when you go backwards, and your girlfriend says, like, go backwards a step mentally, or do something chill, that you wake up leaner, because you're more relaxed. You got a better mentality doing that. It's like, for me, it's the opposite. I'm more relaxed and with a calmer mentality, knowing I've done my process.
Yes.
It's like I will drop cortisol by doing the way I do it.
Work went well today.
I'd wake up inflamed and stressed.
Yes.
So it's personality, right? Me and Urs are very similar in many ways, but we've got totally different personalities and a different outlook on what would make us stressed or not stressed, happy or not happy.
Exactly.
But we're both getting very lean by doing it slightly different ways, right? And obviously,
everyone's different.
Yeah, the thing is, because Urs goes to the strip, don't mean he ain't working as hard. He's probably working.
Exactly.
That's just what he does in them 2 hours.
Yeah.
Here and wait for my meal.
Blessing.
He sits in a coffee shop and waits for a meal.
Blessing, is there a time where you shut down completely, or are you always pretty relaxed right to the show? Like, is there a period, like when you get to 3 weeks or 4 weeks out, where you're like, okay, I'm done with all the bullshit, I'm zoned in?
Now you talking about the boogeyman, bro. Honestly, I'm the same, all year round. I was actually talking to a guy at the gym yesterday. We were just chopping up, and it's like, dude, you're a few days out. It doesn't look like you're a few days out. I was up this morning. I went to church. I was talking to people. Same question. I'm like, yo, dude, you're supposed to be. I'm like, bro, I can't help it. This is me all year long, and I'm a really happy person. I don't know. It's just who I am. It's just like there's never a time where I'm like,
well, you're social.
It's always.
Yeah,
You're sociable, and you thrive off social interaction. And if you had a day where you didn't communicate with other people, you'd feel like that wasn't a good day for you.
Exactly. Like Neil said, you know.
And Neil said that he doesn't want to fucking communicate with people. That's understandable. Jordan's the same. Jordan Peters is like, I don't want to fucking talk to nobody. Close the door. Let me train. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And me and Jordan are very different. Like, I'm like, Jordan, let's go. Like, you know, let's go do something. Let's go here. And he's like, no, fuck that. I can't be around people. Totally understandable. And I don't, and I never say, yeah, you have to, or because we're all different. And that's why in England, there's a few people that are wired a certain way, and we're all from a certain school. And it's kind of like, we've kind of gone off on our own ways. But Kuba's a good friend of mine. Kuba's very much like Neil. Kuba won't miss a beat. Kuba's up in the morning, ice bath, infrared sauna, fucking whiteboard, check what he's doing today. Like, he is one of the most strict and most formal approaching bodybuilders I know to his craft. And that's because the same thing that Neil said. If he didn't meet one of those requirements for the day, he'd go to bed stressed, and it's not worth it for him. Mm-hmm. So it's totally understandable.
But the thing is, we all like this because we all professional. And in order to get to the level we are right now, you got to have some kind of work ethic, some principles and routine that you got to, like, I'm super strict when it comes to my routine. I make sure I get up in the morning, I do my cardio, I do all the necessary things. It's just that every time I have some extra, when I do have extra times, I go out and do stuff. I don't like sitting around. You know, I gotta be out. I gotta be doing some shit. You know, because that what fills me up, makes me feel, you know, like
I go out. I go out mostly just so it's a bit of activity because it just helps with fat loss.
Yeah, but we also
sorry,
have,
Neil.
We also have our habits, you know, that are our habits we build up over 10, 15, 20 years.
Yes.
Stuart still doing his cardio, and it's like brushing his teeth for him, you know. It's for us, it's not like at the amateur level, you're like, whoa, I did my cardio in the morning and now I'm doing my first meal and I got all my meals in today. For us, it's like normal to do cardio every day, get the meals in every day, and that's like only the habits you need to do to be on this level. And
go ahead, Neil.
So what I want to say is, like, and I don't think there's any differentiation in, you know, like say Urs way or the blessing way versus the way that I'm doing it or James used to do it. It doesn't mean anyone's working harder than anyone.
No.
Condition and shape, muscle mass is how hard you're working, right? It just because you do something in those few hours gaps you have does not mean you're working less hard. Like, exactly. Condition Miracle bears in.
You don't get there for no reason.
You know, you don't get that chilling.
Yes.
As chilled as he looks and as chilled as he went to the strip, this guy hasn't been chilling for 16 weeks.
He's playing Olympia mind games with you right now. He's like,
take your foot off the gas.
He's like, Neil, just relax a little bit.
I know
I opened up this podcast. It's pre-judging for me,
He's not missed one cardio. He's not missed one meal.
He's trying to get you to take a day off, Neil.
To go strip, chill. But no, all I'm saying is, like, my point is, if you have a more social personality in prep, or if you're more of a locked-in guy, it doesn't mean working harder than the other, because the result yielded is how hard you've worked, and the way your choice, and it's what makes you happy. Like we said earlier, like if your cortisol drops when you go out the house to walk the dog or something, good for you. If it's better when you follow your plan meticulously, great for you. And it's what's the best for you. And that's the beauty of bodybuilding, right? We're all doing it different ways, and then we're all going to stand on stage and see who's best.
All right.
And then
me and Blessing are top two at the Open.
Let's skip over this for a minute.
Let me ask Neil something, bro. What's the master plan Ben set up for you losing 10 pounds?
He's going to stretch him out. He doesn't have to lose 10 pounds. He's got to lose 2 pounds.
I've got to grow.
But you're
2 pounds. 224.
You're gonna go for this like height thing, 100%.
100%.
It's going to work.
This is, if it does, it's going to make history.
I will be over 5'11" on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, and I will be weighing in.
I want to say this. I
don't have to suck down.
What if? Okay, but wait. I don't mean it to be negative, but what if you don't? Then what happens? Then what happens? They're going to give you half an hour to lose like 10 pounds.
I would be so afraid. I'm thinking about getting under 99 kilograms.
What
for the fact that I'm like
So for me, like I'm pretty lean now, bro. Like at 224, like I'm
There
gonna
ain't
have
much.
to
Yeah.
crazy stuff to get to 215.
Yeah, I
right?
saw it. And
Which could be detrimental to the carb loading process
Mm,
and the end result, right?
yeah.
So we heighted me in after 15 minutes in the next category. We stretched me for 15 minutes last night without my neck or my hips, just ankles and wrists with a 212 and with Dean and Ben. And I got into the next category in 15 minutes. So I can go, I've got the room next to the weigh-in area. So I will be in that room, and when my name's called, I'll stop stretching and I'll walk in, be heighted in, and jump on the scales. And I will then be able to start loading from 222, and I can be on stage around 240.
Mm.
240 is fucking huge as well. Like,
Yeah, that's
It's gonna be
Fucking Neil.
big
Have
because
James,
we
have
have
you
so
seen
much time to carb load.
James? Have you seen Neil at fucking 240?
probably ridiculous.
Let me show you this. Let me show you this.
I saw
I don't know if I want to see him at 240. It might put me off bodybuilding.
All right. I
Might have
gotta
to go home.
just take a look at this. I want to. Where's that last carb load photo that you showed me, Neil?
2017.
Look at what is the weight? What is your weight?
4
here?
years ago.
look at that waist, bro.
Yeah, so that was
Damn.
around kind of that's
Mad, bro.
that's around that. That's around
My
two.
waist does not resemble that.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's around like 230.
There it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's a little bit carb loaded.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking swell.
Is-
When your head looks small like that, you know.
So this is the
Um,
difference. When I get to 215, I look nothing like that. I look like a child.
All right, listen. So before you guys go, because you guys are all dieting, I don't want to keep you too long. I want to ask you guys about some of the newcomers. So in Classic, there's that Gabriel guy. Do you know what I'm talking about, Urs?
No, get a picture. I want to see. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gabriel.
Zanka.
Yeah, the
Federal.
Brazilian guy. I mean, he
I don't know
won.
if I'm overly impressed by this person, but it's not called for, or if it is.
Oh,
called
is that Brazilian dude?
Yeah, Zanka.
that's it.
Oh, this guy's good. I like this guy.
Gabriel. I don't know how to
I really
pronounce
love
the last
him. He's great.
He is very
He's a
good.
nice guy too, you know.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
He's young as well.
So he's tall, isn't he? Fuck.
one. Is he gonna look at this transformation?
Oh, that's a nice shape to be fair. On the needs to be careful with the pin in his delts though. If you look at the back delt there, it's a little bit. Just being honest.
Is this?
I stopped pinning delts this whole year.
So Urs or Neil, being the Classic experts, do you think he'll jump up in placing? Because I think he did the Olympia before. No.
Yeah, he did it last year.
I don't know
where
what
you know
placing he did.
Kratos and the press.
I think he was outside the top 16, weren't he?
I'm not sure.
How?
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, he's made a pretty big change in his physique.
He looks really good.
Blessing. He's changed quite a bit. In the
Let's
last
see this
year.
one. Let's see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Mexico.
Yeah, it looks good.
He looks like Chris, but Brazilian.
Yeah, exactly. I actually can see that with a hairstyle. He actually does.
I don't think he
There's-
looks like Chris. He looks unique. Like he looks like Gabriel, but
It's pretty dry.
honestly, it's so hard for me to like judge the Classic physique.
For me, it's like I look at Urs's calves, and then when I see someone else who hasn't got the ones like Urs, I'm like, where are they? Because Urs has got silly good calves.
Well, listen, I'm not saying he's going to beat Urs or Neil or anybody. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is this is the guy that I've seen kind of pop
I
up
think
out of nowhere.
He's definitely gonna move up this year.
Yeah.
But there are so many guys I can, and there are also so many new guys. You know,
You know what I really like? I feel like doesn't get enough.
I've competed against him twice. I've placed higher than him once. He beat me once.
I feel like this guy doesn't get a lot of praise. Black Panther.
This is the one I got you on.
Yeah, you got
Give
me.
me-
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
he's
we
good.
talked about him.
yeah.
in
James,
every
this is
podcast.
all James. James brought him to my
Yeah,
attention.
yeah. Last podcast we talked about him.
Yeah, he's a good. He's a good.
It's very good.
bodybuilder.
Is he I don't even know if he's qualified this year.
It's 'cause
I
he's so
think he-
bubbly.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
won.
He's qualified. I
won a
competed against him, guys, in the New York Pro. He came fifth.
I feel like he's got that 212 roundness.
No, dude, look at this, James. Come on.
Yeah, but he's still got 212 roundness.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is
What's Keown doing this year? 212, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, yeah.
So then why is he not 212?
I'm not saying he couldn't be. I just think it's
He's
very
212.
it's
He's
a very
too-
good classic
He's
physique.
nowhere near 212, bro.
But I think he's not. I think he's too bubbly almost for classic.
He's in the mix, yeah.
Because classic, I don't think they go with bubbly guys.
Well, that's not true. Ramon's kind of bubbly, no?
Yeah,
Ramon
but-
didn't win. Ramon didn't win.
That's the only one.
I think I really like it. He's got obviously look at that waist, man. He's
Yeah, this is a beautiful
crazy,
physique.
like,
I'd slap him. I know it's weird, but I'd just do a Sean Currey and slap him in the 212, bro. Even if he's 20 pounds lighter. I don't know why. I just
thought you were gonna say I'd slap him, and I'm like, why are you slapping him?
no. But I mean, I put him in.
Look at this. Let's watch this. Look how good he is.
Look at that waist on him. It's very beautiful
It's
physique.
just very, very well put together. The proportions are almost perfect.
Doesn't it look like Henri Pastel, the French guy?
Yeah, I can see that.
The classic.
He's incredible. I just think he's got such an amount of like bubbly muscle. I feel like it's not being compared to other bubbly guys.
proportions, ratios.
How is he,
Yeah.
he looking compared like in a call out?
He won't look as you lot are a lot harder. You guys have got that condition that's like setting you
Yeah, but
apart.
no, what I always look at the physiques when they're alone, and then I see them compared to.
Yeah.
And when I look at this video right now, I'm like, why he placed fifth in the New York? He easily
I know.
win it in my eyes. But then
It's not got a condition. It's how hard you and Neil come in. Like you guys
Then
come in.
Then it's like, yeah,
Showstopper.
okay, now I can see it. But
Yeah.
I know what you mean, Noor. I know what you mean, Urs. Everybody.
especially with the shorter guys, don't get me wrong, but when the shorter guys are posing alone, I'm like always, whoa.
You taking a shot at the brick?
not
You
Mr.
taking a shot at
Olympia.
Nick Walker? Are you taking a shot
Yes.
at Nick Walker, bro?
Who is?
I'm not.
Blessing.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about a short guy. He said a short guy looks good
I-
by himself.
There's a kid in my gym, Marvin, who could literally is going to be like that if he can actually follow a diet. Kid in my gym's nuts, man. Like the potential is just next level.
Couple classic standouts. As far as bodybuilding goes,
Let me find him.
I'm a little bit torn on this. Blessing, do you think Andrew will be in the top 6?
To be honest, making predictions is crazy right now. I have no idea
Well, that's why I'm
what's
trying
gonna
not to make.
happen.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
gonna be what? All I know is myself. I believe I'm gonna really surprise a lot of people there, and you can't really say, oh, this person's gonna beat this, because you don't really know how someone's gonna come in. Are they gonna be on? Are they gonna be off?
If you
Are they
don't
gonna be hard
surprise-
enough?
If you don't surprise everybody, can I talk
can
shit
roast
about?
me.
Can I
You can
talk shit
talk
about
shit.
you in that NPC video?
Yes, I'll watch it. I'll watch it live with you,
A whole podcast only talking.
Hey,
shit.
and I'll roast myself as well.
Okay.
can I really quickly? I know this is just. Can I show you the
Yeah.
structure of this guy that I'm on about?
What's his name?
So it's Marvin Marvin Bain _
Marvin Bain. Okay, got him.
Yeah, he's a good kid, but I just think if you scroll down quite a bit, there's a front double bicep which just shows for what he is. So keep scrolling. It's in the middle.
I saw this guy one day.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
keep going down a bit more. Yeah,
I know,
bro.
but you can already see it.
I know, and he does get under some weight, and there's a front double coming up in a minute.
Jesus.
Like, he don't mess about, bro.
6
He don't
plates.
mess. Yeah, he trains hard.
Is that Orpington?
That's at Orpington. So there's a front double coming up any minute,
Oh, look at this. His back's good too.
bro. Look at the shape.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
James,
it's
can I
front-
ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
Why are all the English bodybuilders so fucking strong?
I know, right? I
Yeah,
always think
man.
that too. This is
So look at
crazy,
the-
That's
James.
crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
could that be?
Yeah, this could be pretty impressive.
I just feel the kid, if he can get his head together.
How
So
old is he?
Yeah.
bro, he's like 20.
Are you serious?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's like a
That's crazy.
20-year-old. And I trained with his training partner the last couple of the days, who's actually a good kid as well, to be fair, and could do really well.
All right, James.
So, yeah,
If you take him under your wing, I'll sign him.
Marvin, you heard it there, bro. If you get onto this podcast and you let me actually get you in shape,
Wow, it's very
bro,
impressive.
get yourself on.
You-
He's strong as well. He pulls like 300 kilo off the ground.
Yeah,
He's- yeah.
he looks like he could be really good.
Keep
Look
an
at
eye.
his fucking legs, man. Jesus.
Oh, mate, he gets on it. You get on a safety bar squat, and I mean, he'll put his ass onto the floor with 4 or 5 plates aside. Like, he don't play around. He's a good kid.
Jeez.
But I won't lie. You know, like I told you about my gym, how there's a lot of people that are like this.
Yeah.
I got about 5 or 6 mates that are like that kind of build and that strong, and
What
they
is
can
it
all
with-
be amazing.
No, Blessing's right. What is it with you fucking guys? Everybody out there is a beast.
It's crazy.
I think I feel a lot of it's like because I'm from Croydon as well. Like, everyone's all fucking rough. Everyone's a bit
Fucked up.
like where I'm from. Everyone's a bit ghetto, so it's like you've got to be hard and you've got to be strong. Like, I'm not saying being strong makes you hard, but when you're young, you think you've got to be strong.
Yeah.
So the kids get strong because they're like, that's what makes me a man, because that's what I thought when I was younger. So you just, and obviously we're all in the gym together and we all lift a lot.
Yeah.
So if one person's lifting a lot, next person does it. And we got powerlifters that come in that like mingle with the bodybuilders. Like, we got a guy called Asif that comes in, he puts 8 plates on the bar, 9 plates on the bar and just reps it out. It's like, come on. So then the bodybuilders are like, okay, I want to get strong. And I won't lie, again, it's because of Jordan. It's because of what Jordan Peter's done for bodybuilding in England.
Jordan
like,
really has
progressive.
Jordan really has set the
Fuck.
tone.
Everyone's, that's why people are strong, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I lift the lightest weights in my gym.
I wish
Right,
I
it just
grew up
shows you
in
don't have to
England.
lift the heaviest, obviously. You don't have to. I
Everyone
just
in
know
my
for me,
gym, like, it trains the JP way, except for me and my training partner.
Yeah.
And they all say to me, "Oh, why train like that?" And I just say,
because
like,
it works.
If it works.
And you
that's
get
all that
injured.
matters.
You don't get injured. I've been lucky.
they'll-
I'm just
they'll look at me, and then in the same sentence they say, "Oh, good luck at Olympia, mate."
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys
I know.
know is the press conference the same as last year, or are they going back to the original model?
I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing about the press conference.
You guys
Usually
don't
we
know
have an
anything
email beforehand. I haven't heard nothing.
I've not
Okay.
heard it.
Did James get the email?
What press conference one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not, because I'm not famous like you.
James, they didn't invite you, bro. What the fuck, bro?
They won't invite me
I'm
to shit.
disappointed.
He's a
I
liar.
got
bro,
the
they're
Such a
invitation, bro.
liar. He's a liar. himself.
I got the invitation, bro.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
I
Bro,
think they only
come on now.
invited,
I'm gonna turn it down. If James is not
You turn
showing
it
up,
down,
I ain't
bro.
going.
Listen,
I'm
they
gonna
don't.
turn it down.
Gotta go.
All right.
Couldn't have got an
Listen,
email.
I'm gonna let you guys go. We were on longer than I wanted to keep you guys on because I know you're all dieting and whatever. But
to get a
thank
piss
you.
now.
What'd you say, yours?
Need to go on a piss since an hour, but it's
All right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Oh, it's
Urs,
fun to talk
Urs,
to
WhatsApp.
guys, like
Urs, you need to
motivate
WhatsApp me your. You need to WhatsApp me because you've given me your PlayStation. I need your whole Activision. Yeah, send it over.
Yeah, I'm back in January. Back in
Good.
Germany.
We'll play in January then.
Gonna enjoy some Call of Duty stuff.
Boys, thank you very much. I'll be. When are you guys all? Blessing and James? When are you guys going to be in Vegas?
I fly
Tuesday
tomorrow.
for me.
Tomorrow.
Tuesday for me.
Tuesday for
Yeah,
you. All
Tuesday.
right.
I'll be there Tuesday because I fly tomorrow.
I get in Tuesday. Hopefully, I'll see you guys somewhere.
We
Yes,
should
sir.
good flight,
Okay, boys. If I don't talk to you guys, good luck
Cheers, guys.
at the
Thank you, everybody.
Olympia. Love you guys. Thanks.
Peace,
Great,
man.
a great final push,
Bye.
guys.
Let's
All the
go.
best, guys.
Bye, guys.
And you, man. Easy, guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.